to export it, labor and shipping costs. And so after 180 years of sugarcane in Maui, no more.
Do you know if they're thinking about doing some other sort of...
They haven't decided yet, Victoria, but they're thinking about either do more cattle farms down there or some organic to stay local. The exportation of the goods is still not a good idea.
I did notice that your steak here was very tender. I think the cows are super relaxed here.
Oh, they love it here. And you know there are no slaughterhouses in Hawaii. They get shipped to the mainland alive, slaughtered there, then they bring back the beef.
Seems inefficient.
It does, right? I know. I don't know, and I don't understand. But I know that's why you're paying so much for a burger when you're here.
Cheeseburger in paradise. It was worth it.
The place is good, right? You know how there?
The best.
Been there a couple of times. I don't know what day it was, but it had some live music going on upstairs. It's pretty cool. What about you guys? Where are you guys visiting from?
We're from Sacramento, California.
Sweet.
We're from Springfield, Illinois area.
Very nice. You guys having a good time here? This place is awesome, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, I'm originally from Brazil, Rio. But we've been here in Maui for about 2 years now. My wife and I came once to visit. 6 months later, she made me move. Here we are.
I can see why.
We love it though. We have a little boy. He's 5. And this is a great place to raise a kid.
Aww.
It's awesome. We love it here.
How long have you been a pilot?
Counting today, 3 weeks.
I knew you were going to say that.
Ah, well, come on. It's a perfect answer.
This is my second flight.
See, that's not as believable. 3 weeks is good. But I've been flying for 16 years.
Helicopters, planes, or both?
All helicopters. I've flown planes, but I don't have that much experience. But I moved from the Brazil to the US when I was 20 to go to flight school. And I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. Got all my training there. And then before here, I flew right in the Gulf of Mexico, transporting people to the oil rigs. Just like the views here a little bit better, Dave. So we moved over. Alright guys, so as we approach, you gonna see something?
Just check out the clouds.
Yeah. Alright, so as we approach Haleakala here, let me tell you some more about it. Haleakala is not an explosive volcano like Mount St. Helens or Vesuvio, for example. It's what they call the shield volcano. And what that means is the eruptions don't necessarily happen right on top. They do. But they also happen along the weak spots of the mountain. And we are crossing one of these weak spots right now. So every single hill that you see below us here, left and then right, these hills are called cinder cones. Cinder cones is where the lava comes up from the ground from when it erupts. So they're like mini craters in themselves. You can see them right below us. This is one of the big spots, weak spots. And the last eruption that we had in Maui, it did not happen on top there. It happened all the way down there along the shoreline. You can't see it right now because of the clouds. But that's an area called La Perouse Bay. If you drive past Kihei, past Wailea, it dead ends down there in La Perouse. Well guys, from this angle right here, it's pretty cool. You guys can see the big island. See those two huge mountains on the distance just above the clouds? So the mountain on the right is called Mauna Loa. The one on the left, Mauna Kea. They're sitting at 14,000 feet above the sea level. Haleakala here is 10,000, so they're quite a bit larger. I'm gonna let you guys see Haleakala from up here. Then we have to descend because as you can see, this is the only spot we can descend now. Cloud shelf is all the way out. But here's the top of the mountain. So 10,000 feet, the tallest peak here. Pretty wet spot though. Have you guys been up there for sunrise or sunset? First time I went up, it was for the sunrise. And we were staying kind of Poly too. And people warned us, oh, bring a blanket and a jacket because it's gonna be cold. Yeah, I didn't believe them. It was summer. So I went up like this, shorts and a t-shirt. Oh man, I was wrong. At 10,000 feet that day, it was 28 degrees. Oh my, it was horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why we decided the helicopter ride. Same with the road to Hana. I'm not doing a 12-hour trip.
It's a whole day thing too, yeah. This is a much better way of doing it.
Is that the one that has snow in the wintertime?
This will get snow, not often, once in a while, but that one on the big island, Mauna Kea, the one on the left side, that will be snow throughout the winter over there. Okay. People actually, I've never done it, people actually ski on top of Mauna Kea. Probably not very good, but
Is it always this cloudy, or is this just a cloudy day?
yeah, right here it happens because the winds today are a little different. They're not coming from the northeast like they normally come. They're a little bit from the northwest, which is very unusual for them. So the clouds are a little bit more on this side. But I'll descend. I'll go down there, Christina. I'll show you guys some amazing waterfalls. You'll love it. A lot of these waterfalls that we're gonna see today, we can only see it from up in the air. A lot of it that has no hiking trails, nothing to it.
The party jamming on the other side, over on the North Shore. The minor birds are leading on the way. They're telling me how to get there. I'm concentrating on my early drive, driving to the North Shore, under the mango tree, waiting for the sunrise.
I can see some windmills below us here. There are 42 of these guys on the island. 8 right here, and there are 34 more on the West Maui's. You guys drove by those when you came from Kanapali. So 42 in total. And these guys account for 15%, 1/5 of the energy we use in Maui, which is a great number. But the goal of the government is that by 2045, it's for us to be completely self-sufficient on clean energy, wind and solar.
To make me breathe down in the North Shore. I laid my mistress on the surface well, and as she floats, she starts to smile at me. I spread my wings and now I'm on my way, riding in the North Shore.
As you can see, not many people live on this side of the island. 2 main reasons. First, it takes a long time to get here. If you're coming from the airport to here, it's about 2.5 hour drive. From the Hana side, another 4 hours. On top of that, it does not rain much, as you can see by the lack of vegetation. But if you're from Hawaiian descent and you can prove it, you can lease a 1-acre estate down here for $1 a year. I know. But you have to provide your own power and your own water. They don't do that for you. But still,
Truly off the grid.
completely. And not many people took that deal, as you guys can see.
Someone did out there.
Alright guys, I'm gonna show you. So, down here along the shoreline, I'll put on your side first, Christina. You're gonna start seeing some ruins. See right here?
Yeah.
Back in the day, there used to be a whole bunch of constructions and fortresses along the shoreline here to protect the people, the Maui people, against the invaders from the big island. It's really close. Those 2 mountains that you saw, it's only 26 miles away. Back then, these people, they lived in war against each other.
I hear myself calling me.
They had to protect themselves. So, some more now on your side too, Victoria. And all those wars, they happened until 1790. That's when King Kamehameha from the Big Island, he invaded Maui. They fought a big battle in here, and he won. He took over Maui at the time. A few years later, he took over Kauai, and he was the first king to unite all the islands under one regime. That's why you guys hear about King Kamehameha all the time when you're here. He was pretty important. More here, Dave, Christine. And you don't get to see this from the road at all because the road is a little bit above us, so nobody accesses this.
Are those goats down there on the hillside?
Oh, you saw goats? Hold on. Goats are cool.
I don't know, they were black. I don't
Yeah, they're goats. Hold on. I saw them yesterday. They're right over there, see them right on top of the hill.
Yeah, wow. Bunch of them.
Bunch.
I'll gaze upon your silent shores, reminisce the
Do they get hunted?
as New York City was closed in. I long for the touch of an island, Molokai, Molokai.
So since we saw the goats, the only three wild animals that we have here in Maui are goats, pigs, and deer. It's nothing else. There are no monkeys, no snakes, no lions, no bears. Thank God.
No snakes?
No. You know that? I don't know if you guys read their form on the plane. They only had to sign when you first came over to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Their form says if you bring in a snake here, it's a $200,000 fine.
No wonder, no snakes.
I love it.
I'm surprised they don't sneak in with the produce or something.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes they do random checks and stuff when you come in, so it's a risk. But
This time
No mongoose?
yeah, but the mongoose